Hi everybody, this is Brent and welcome to Brent's Crossroads. In this video we're going to take a look at my Adventure of the Seas port day in Aruba. This was our second trip to Aruba. The first time we did a best of tour through the boat and then did some shopping. If you're leaving the port and turn to the right and walk down the main boardwalk, there's a lot of shopping, a lot of restaurants and bars. This time we went to the left where there's a convenience store and then there's this open air market. This time we decided to drive the UTVs, through a private company. And this was incredible. I got to bust out my new gear, some of the new gear for the GoPro, like the head mount. So let's give it a ride. Aruba is very arid. It's very desert-like, lots of cactuses, a lot of brush kind of plants that don't need a lot of water. Very rocky terrain as we're on. And it is very, very dusty. So make sure you have a covering for your mouth and also glasses or goggles or something to protect your eyes from the dust. Your clothes will also be caked in dust when you're done. I wore a white shirt, and whenever I got done, it was pretty dusty looking and pretty brown. Our first stop was at the Natural Bridge. And the Aruba Natural Bridge was a natural land bridge that was formed from coral limestone and is also the remnants of an ancient cave. It was used to go back and forth between some areas over here on the coast and to the inland. And it collapsed on September 2nd, 2005. It's 25 foot high and 100 feet long. And it is extremely windy right here, and the current and the waves are really big. As you can see, some of it splashing there against the rocks on the coast. And there's warning signs all over the place. They don't want you to go past certain points because of the danger. Here's still part of the land bridge. And the last time we were here on the Best Of tour, this area down here was covered in debris. And it really looks like they've done a good job of cleaning it up and cleaning it out. Where those people are standing, that's as far as you're supposed to be able to go. And of course, there's a gift shop. It also has some snacks. You can buy beverages, alcoholic beverages, souvenirs. It's also one of the few places that has a bathroom while you're out. Yeah, and here's the warning signs because it's very slick. Like also because of the wind, you could lose your footing. This area is also full of where people will stack up rocks for good luck. And there's these stacks all over this area on the coast. And you can tell by the breaks, like just how big the waves can be coming in this area. There's one of the cautions, or you will slip and die signs.
Is that a paper?
There's somebody stacking up their rocks. Beautiful, beautiful area. All right, so now we're going to get back on the road from the Natural Bridge. This was the fun part. Really bumpy, really fun to drive. Like here on the right, there's a lot of fishing camps that are along the coast. But yeah, this was fun. This was worth every penny that we spent for going on this UTV trip. And this is why I suggest it, because this is fun. You also get a good view of the coast as you drive. The next stop on our tour, so we pull out here onto an actual road, is the California Lighthouse. Be coming into view here in a moment. This is another major stop for tourists in Aruba. The Natural Bridge is one. It's always full of tour buses and tour groups. The California Lighthouse is another one. Although you might think if it's named for the state, but it's not named for the state. This is also the tallest structure in Aruba, and it's named for the British ship, the SS California, and it sank off the coast of Aruba in 1891. And the lighthouse was constructed from 1914 to 1916 and underwent a refurbishment for its 100th anniversary in 2016.
In that direction, 19.5 miles long. Widest point is of a total of 6.5. Alright? California Lighthouse, alright, it's not named like this after the state, for you guys to know. It's named like this after a ship. 1891, a ship sank on the north side of the island. That ship was called the SS California. It sailed out from Liverpool, making its way to South America, merchandise, furniture, some passengers. But the guy was a private Aruba? Yeah, he had a little bit too much of those, alright? So what happens after 5 of those? He didn't see the island. Crashed and sank. And that's how it all started. The government decided to build the lighthouse as soon as possible to prevent such an incident to repeat. So as soon as possible on island time. So it took them 25 years to start. 1916, lighthouse was finished. Alright, 100 years later, in 2016, lighthouse was declared a monument for the island. So nowadays, if you go around, you'll see that the green door is open, which means you all can pay $5 per person, and you can go up and check out the nice view from up there, alright? What you guys are looking in the back over here is the Beverly Hills of Aruba. 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 There you go. There you go. Somebody's paying attention. Alright, and that is the hotel area. Alright, all of the hotel area and the Beverly Hills is on this side of the island down there. Famous people from the States, I know Oprah has a house down there. Floyd Mayweather has that one, two-story house down there. Tom Cruise somewhere in there. But pay attention, neither Jason or Alex live here. You guys to know, alright? Family, how was the trip? Yeah, baby. Would you guys book one more trip?
All right, here at the lighthouse, you can pay to go up to the top to get a better view. There's a couple vendors, food vendors, coconut vendors. If you finish going down past here, there's a restaurant and a couple photo ops. It's a place that's popular for weddings. And now we're on a ride back into town. This was about a 3.5 hour excursion. It's one of the public beaches that you can go to, that also some of the excursion trips go to. Yeah, it was really weird being able to drive these on the streets like this, and it's totally acceptable. With all the roundabouts, I was afraid of getting hit by a car and dying. But luckily, nobody hit us. It's easier when you're in a big line of these things to not get picked off individually by a car. This group also does a really good job of making sure everybody stays together, and they keep one of their drivers as the last person in line to make sure nobody gets lost. Because one of the things you have to do is make sure you keep in line. Overall, this was a great excursion. I highly recommend it. Even if you do a UTV tour through the boat or through a private tour group, I highly recommend this. This is a fun thing to do in Aruba. If you've been to Aruba more than once, definitely a fun trip. Well, hope you check out the other Adventure of the Seas videos, and thanks for coming to the Crossroads. Signing off. Goodbye.